Howdy everyone, Poacher here in the Age of Magic video, and in today's video we are going to be doing a spotlight on the Wild Elf tank Cernuol. I hope that's how you say his name, and if it's not, that's how I'm going to say it from now on. He looks awesome, I think he looks absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favourite characters, pushing the old Tyros out of the way. I do love how Tyros looks, but now this guy is probably up there pretty close to the top. So I'm going to try and do this spotlight a little bit different to how I normally do my spotlight videos. So can you guys tell me if you like this more or less than... Anyway, you guys will get it. So we'll go over his stats like normal. His hit points come in at 2.1 million. His speed at max level is 216. Pretty decent. Armor, 17k. Magic damage resistance, 41k. Basic damage, 166k. Critical hit chance, 27. Critical damage, 254k. So I don't know. I feel like his armor should be a bit higher. Maybe give him a bit more health. Let's go over his stats. Not going to go into too much detail here. I'm just going to slide through it as normal, so you guys can pause it whenever you want and have a look at anything specifically that you are after. So there you ladies and gents go. Now this is where it's going to change. I'm going to try and do the abilities a little bit different, and not going to have so much a battle with them at the end of the video. So we'll get into it. We'll show you his abilities and what he can do. So Cernuol's basic attack is called Wallop. Damages one target and has a 15% chance per wild elf and keeper of a rat ally to reduce the target's speed by 26% for 2 turns. So assuming it includes himself, he has a 60% chance to apply the slow. Let's have a look if we can get it to land. There he goes, attacks and he applies the slow. Awesome. Pretty cool basic attack. Slows the enemy, but 30, it's not going to be a guaranteed. At max, you're going to have a 75% chance of landing that on an enemy. So his first special ability is Wildwood's Talisman. Hides all allied mages and healers for 2 turns. Restores 16% of the maximum HP to all allied wild elves and keeper of a rat. That's pretty neat. Increases one own damage output by 20% for 2 turns. Will perform 1 counter attack on an enemy that attacks him. So some neat things in here and some things that I feel like could be improved a little bit. Hides all allied mages and healers for 2 turns. That's awesome. I feel like that's, he's a tank. He should be protecting the vulnerable characters on the team. Restores 16% HP to all hidden allied wild elves and keepers. Awesome. I think that's pretty neat. He's a tank. Again, he's not a healer, so his healing isn't outrageous, but it's good to see like he's a bit of a support tank. His damage is increased by 20% for 2 turns. I feel like his damage could be increased a bit more. Look at him, he's a monster. He would be someone that would deal a lot of damage, and will perform 1 counter attack on an enemy that attacks him. I feel like that is the weak part of this ability. I feel like that should be a counter attack that lasts X amount of turns. I feel like that would be much more beneficial. We'll use the ability here. As you can see, there we go. He heals the 2 hidden characters on the team. But you do get to see the animation here is applied to the guy in the back, but he doesn't get healed. So it does only heal the hidden casters and healers. So that's pretty cool. Did a fair bit of healing as well. Moving on to his second special, Wildwood's Fury. Makes 2 strikes in a row to 1 target. Has a 60% chance to provoke an enemy to attack only him for 3 turns. Reduces the damage taken from the next attack on him by 50%. There is a mistake in this text. I've already informed Playcott. It's meant to say reduce the damage taken from the next 4 attacks on him by 50%. So let's have a look at the ability in action. We're going to use it against Arrogant Axe Thrower. There we go. He leaps out, attacks twice, and unfortunately we did not get to apply the taunt, which is a bit disappointing. I feel like as a tank, it shouldn't be a 60% chance to provoke. I feel like that should be a 100% chance to provoke. The ability is on a 4-turn cooldown. I feel like, yeah, he should just be able to provoke. A whole team would be nice, but if he can provoke at least one character, I feel like that would make a huge difference. So it's a bit of a shame to see it's only a 60% chance. He's a tank. He should be able to taunt. That should just be a standard thing, unless he's built. His theme is different and it doesn't involve taunting whatsoever. So if that was 100%, I feel like he'd be definitely boost his usefulness greatly. The damage reduction pretty standard. The 2 strikes. I mean, if it was going to be a 60% chance, I feel like it should be a 60% chance per strike. Even then, that's pretty low odds still. So yeah, that's his attack, and as you can see, he has 4 stacks of the damage reduction, not 1. Moving on to his passive, Guardian reduces damage dealt to all wild elves and Keeper of a Rat characters by 23%, and an allied wild elf whose HP is below 35% will counter attack an enemy. So that's pretty cool. 35% pretty low though. So whether or not they're able to survive or be one shot at that point is going to completely depend on the character. So let's just get an attack out here. One of these characters is going to attack us very shortly, and we'll see if the counter attack works. There we go. We should counter attack now. There we go. The counter attack comes out, and he dies. Unfortunate, but yeah, pretty neat. It's just a little bit of damage you're going to be getting out at the very end before the character dies. So I feel like with an ability like that, it would be cool if this faction had some way of, not dying, being able to survive on, 1 HP for a while. I know you say put a Ceruol into the team, or even a Silvermoon. You're not going to use Silvermoon, but I'm just naming characters that could do it. The issue with that is it would only work if Cernuol has the taunt on him, which you can only use for one character against one enemy, and it's a 60% chance, and Ceruol can save him. Other than that, if you have those types of healers on your team, the enemy is going to nuke them first, and since there's no wild elf healer at the moment, this passive isn't really going to be very effective because they're going to nuke the healers. Even if you can make them survive on 1 HP with Ceruol's passive, Ceruol's passive, they're not going to use the counter attack because they're not part of the wild elf faction. So this passive, though, it's neat, it's not really going to be very effective in battle. So there you go. There is the new wild elf tank coming out. He looks amazing. He does. I think he looks awesome. I feel like he should be a bruiser tank, though. Dishing out a fair bit of damage as well as being able to protect his allies, which he can. He can hide them. I wish his taunt was a bit more effective as well. In terms of tanks, though, he's not the worst one out there. Looking at the other character on the field who we're not targeting at the moment. Definitely not looking at that character. But he's a unique-ish tank. But is he going to be effective? Maybe for his hide ability, hiding casters and healers. That's probably the only use I can really see him having at the moment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And wherever you are in the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.